Nope.
Because you can't say I was reckless driving. You coming from that way.
I absolutely can. Based on your speed through a neighborhood,
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. Because you saying that I was speed. What was my speed?
I will testify to it in court.
You would testify to it in court. Hey, bro, you're real funny, but I can't wait till your supervisor get here, and I can't wait to get your dash cam and your body cam.
Absolutely.
You don't know who I am.
I don't need to know.
But I'm going to have a field day with you.
This does not need to go the way it's going to go.
Sir,
but it's going to go that way.
Which way is it going to go?
You're going to go to jail.
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. I've got a wild one for you. This right here is Malik Jones. Malik had just gotten off work. He's driving home. Little did he know that the Chatham County Police Department was in his neighborhood looking for 5 suspects who had rapidly exited a vehicle after they struck a patrol cruiser. Well, Malik is completely unaware of what's going on. He's almost to his driveway, and I'm going to show you the body cam, part of the body cam that kind of summarizes what happened here.
I'm going to have one more thing. They'll bring it home. Copy. Eyes on the air.
Now, one, you can lift there for now.
Copy. Simply lifted 501.
Where are you flying? Stop!
Somebody say automatically. Your incident has been updated.
Why are we driving so fast, dude? Driver's license, proof of insurance. Driver's license, proof of insurance. Driver's license, proof of insurance. Go ahead and step out.
Call your supervisor.
He's en route. Go ahead and step out.
Why am I stepping out of the car?
Listen, because you traffic offense, traffic stop.
Offense?
You were speeding, reckless driving through a neighborhood.
Sir, how did you see me reckless driving through a neighborhood, sir?
That was the voice of Richard Silva from the Chatham County Police Department, who claims that Malik was driving recklessly and speeding through the neighborhood. And you can see on the dash cam video that the cop is just flat out lying.
This does not need to go the way it's going to go.
Sir,
but it's going to go that way.
Which way is it going to go?
You're going to go to jail.
For what?
For resisting.
Where did you see me driving reckless, sir?
Right there. Right there.
Where?
On the road that you were coming down at a high rate of speed. Okay. I'm
speed
detection certified.
You have a radar in your car?
I do.
So how fast was I going?
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
How fast was I going?
You're about to catch an obstruction charge.
I'm not catching. How would I?
Driver's license.
Obstruction charge. I'm asking you a question.
Listen.
I'm asking you a question, sir.
Listen.
First of all, I'm on my property, sir. So you in the neighborhood for something else. I'm just getting off work, and you think you see my car, and you think I'm a part of the bullshit.
No.
Because you can't say I was reckless driving. You coming from that way.
I absolutely can. Based on your speed through a neighborhood.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. Because you saying that I was speed. What was my speed?
I will testify to it in court.
You would testify to it in court. Hey, bro, you're real funny, but I can't wait till your supervisor get here, and I can't wait to get your dash cam and your body cam.
Absolutely.
You don't know who I am.
I don't need to know.
But I'm going to have a field day with you.
Absolutely. So I'm coming into the neighborhood here, and as I'm pulling in, I see a car coming this way down this side street there at an extreme high rate of speed. So I immediately turn my blue lights on. He stops at the stop sign. He's at the stop sign. I'm kind of like this. Put my takedowns on. He starts rolling his window down. So I go to roll my window down. He rolls it up and then whips it in here. Okay. So I pulled in behind him, and yeah, he's suspended, and he refused to give his ID for like the first half of the traffic stop.
He gave it to you now?
Yep, got it now, which comes back suspended.
Is this his house?
It doesn't come back to the license on house, but he said he lives here.
Okay.
But he wants a supervisor. He said he's gotten another officer before, and he's going to get another one.
Now, there's extended body cam coverage of this that you can see over on Malik's channel, and I'll drop that link in the description for you. But in this video, I want to focus on the fact that Malik took this lying, corrupt cop to court, handled his case pro se, and beat the cop like an ugly stepchild. I want you to keep in mind as we watch this that Malik has zero court experience.
RCCR 2420690. Officer Richard Silva. Attorney Hess.
Jones?
Malika Jones.
I didn't hear him anyway. you to represent
Mr.
me.
Jones? Huh?
Yes, I am.
What'd you say?
I am. I didn't want you to represent me if you didn't get the case dismissed. It's easy. I have body cam dash.
I'd wait until you all finish if you'd like, and then I'll conduct the court's business. So go ahead.
Apparently, he's saying he doesn't want me to represent him, Your Honors. I mean, this is the first conversation we've had. He wasn't here earlier when I called out his name. So is that what you want to proceed pro se?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then raise your hand. Anybody plan to testify? Are you testifying?
Yes, sir.
Then raise your hand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
So it sounds like Malik just dropped an unexpected bomb on his public pretender and said, hey, I don't need you. I will handle this myself.
Under the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, you have a right to the assistance of an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, then the state is obligated to appoint you an attorney. You have been appointed an attorney by Recorder's Court, Clerk's Office. You're rejecting and do not accept that appointment, is that true?
Yes, sir. You're right, Your Honor.
And you're ready to proceed without retaining other counsel.
Yes, sir.
Have you had any legal background?
No, sir. But can I pull out my iPad? I have my case notes and everything on my iPad. I wasn't able to print it out because I was at work, but I do have my case notes. I also have the body camera and the dash cam, so I have the evidence to go on with the preliminary.
Do you know how to present evidence in the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to get it into the record?
I would have to do a file, but I actually called to get her off of my case, but they told me it'll be 30 days, and I wanted to kind of go ahead and get this case over it.
You know that you're charged with reckless driving?
Yes, sir. I'm aware that was the allegations.
Driving while license suspended or revoked?
Yes, sir. I understand that is the allegation as well, sir.
And to both you in a plea of not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the consequences of each?
Yes, sir.
What are the consequences of reckless driving? What could you be sentenced to?
I could be sentenced up to a year, $1,000 fine, and definitely for possibly 7 points on my additional points onto my driver's record.
Let's proceed.
Can I pull out my iPad for my notes if you don't mind?
Oh, depends on where you're pulling it from.
Oh, it's on the Google Docs, just notes. It's not.
Okay, yeah.
It's Google Docs.
Your Honor,
I don't want to look at
Your Honor, am I excused?
You are excused.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Officer, neither one of you have been sworn. Did you do this?
Yes, sir. We did.
State your name, place of employment, job title.
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Richard Silva with the Chatham County Police Department, and I'm post-certified.
All right. On August 17, 2024 at 05:25 a.m., did you have the occasion to come in contact with this defendant?
Yes, sir, I did.
When you came in contact with the defendant, were you in the course of your employment as a police officer with Chatham County?
Yes, sir, I was.
Were you in uniform?
Yes, sir.
Were you in a county-issued vehicle?
County-issued marked vehicle, yes, sir.
All right. The first charge is you charged him with driving while license suspended or revoked. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
What's the factual basis for that charge?
Based on running him through GCIC, NCIC, he came back suspended. I confirmed that with our records department that he was suspended, and he came back suspended.
Okay. He was further charged with reckless driving.
Yes, sir. If I can give some backstory to that.
Please.
We had gotten a call for a vehicle in that area driving recklessly with its headlights off. We have a high problem with stolen autos in that area, and then kids driving at a high rate of speed through the neighborhoods. So we had found that vehicle that was driving at a high rate of speed. It crashed into a patrol car. 5 occupants got out on foot and began running. They ran across from Laurel Green Court, across Quaco Road, and into the road where I saw Mr. Jones here. They were running on foot, and then when I saw Mr. Jones, I had all my white takedown lights on, looking for the suspects running. They were all wearing dark clothing. When I witnessed his vehicle driving at what appeared to be a high rate of speed.
And what's the speed limit?
25.
And what is your estimate of the speed he was traveling?
45 to 50, sir.
Was it day or night?
Early morning, about 5 a.m., I believe.
Was it
4 a.m.
daylight at that point or not?
It was dark and not lit.
Could you see him inside the vehicle?
No, sir.
And is this the same vehicle that wrecked?
No, sir.
How did you determine that he was the one driving?
He was driving west on the road, and I was going north. So when he came up to the stop sign that I was approaching, I was able to see straight into his windshield because I had all my white lights on at that time. But it wasn't until after he got closer to my vehicle that I saw him.
And what kind of vehicle was he driving?
It was a black SUV. I don't have the citation with me, sir.
Did you immediately stop him?
I immediately turned my lights and sirens on, and then he stopped, but then proceeded to continue to drive and pull into his driveway because he said he didn't know I was pulling him over.
All righty. You had your body-worn camera?
Yes, and a dash camera.
Did you speak to him?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did you ask him about the incident?
When I approached his vehicle, he had 2 cell phones in his hands, and he did not want to answer any questions. He refused to give his driver's license, and he immediately asked for a supervisor. And the traffic stop did not continue until my supervisor arrived about 30 minutes later. He refused to ID until that point.
The vehicle mounted on your vehicle, the camera mounted on your vehicle, did it pick up any of this incident?
It did not pick up the full span of what I could see with my eyes. It did pick him up approaching the stop sign, but after what I saw.
So it didn't capture the charge?
No, sir, it did not.
Anything else you'd like to offer?
Since that day, he has continued to drive while suspended. I was on a traffic stop on Okeechee Road after the fact. He pulled up behind me in the emergency lane, started recording my traffic stop. I was not going to discontinue the stop I was on because I had PC to search the car, but I saw him in the car. I ran his record again, and he still came back suspended.
All right. Do you have questions?
Yes, I do have questions for him, Your Honor. Officer Silva, you said that I was going about 30 to 45 miles per hour that you saw me traveling, correct?
45 to 50 would be my guess, sir.
Can you tell the court your positioning of where you observed my speed going? Like, what direction were you traveling when you saw me speed? When you saw me supposedly speeding, and what direction I was traveling when you observed this supposedly reckless driving?
I was driving northbound, you were driving westbound.
You said you was in the area for a call of a, what was the description on the vehicle that you had?
It was a black sedan.
Black sedan.
Yes, sir.
And you know the difference between a sedan and an SUV, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you remember telling your first responding officer that you thought that my car was the second suspect for the call that you had in the area?
No, sir, I did not.
You don't? You don't remember saying that on your BWC?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I think you misunderstood, sir.
Okay. Do you also remember telling your supervisor that arrived to the scene that you did not use a speed detection device?
Yes, I did.
And you continue, do you remember continue telling everyone that came to the scene that you saw me flying down the street?
Yes, sir, I did.
And what's your definition of flying down the street, sir?
About 45 to 50 miles an hour, sir.
Okay. And you said that I came to a stop sign, correct?
Yes, sir, you did.
So if I was if a car is approaching the stop sign, if they're doing 45 to 55 miles per hour approaching the stop sign, would they be able to stop completely in front of the stop sign?
45 to 50, sir, but you slowed down prior to reaching the stop sign.
And you said your dash cam did not catch everything that you say go with the charges?
My dash camera did not have a wide enough angle to catch you approaching at the speed you were approaching it.
Okay. So you say I was going 45 to 55 miles per hour, and you charged me, if you charged my car with going 45 to 55 miles an hour in a residential neighborhood, why didn't you mark that on the citation that night? You don't have your citation on you?
Because I wasn't able to obtain your speed.
Do you understand with reckless driving, you have to be able to determine the speed of, one factor is you have to determine the speed. You do know that, correct?
Yes, sir, reckless driving is the reckless disregard for the persons or property.
Was
That
anybody
is-
outside? Did you observe anybody outside?
Yes, the 5 people running from us on foot that I explained to you,
Did you see them outside during the time you see my vehicle traveling up that way?
they were running in the direction that you were coming from.
Did I match the description of anyone that was out on foot that you were in the area looking for?
No, sir, you did not.
Did any of my clothing appear to match that description at all either?
No, sir, you did not.
Then you also said that when my client asked you at the scene, were you in the area for something else and you thought he was connected to it? You said no, correct?
I don't recall saying that.
When your backup officer said that you were in the call for a high alert call, that my car matched the description of the call, did you not say that that call was already disabled?
Yes, that part I
I had
did.
nothing to do with the call.
Yes, you had nothing to do with it.
So why is this traffic stop tied to that CAT report?
It should not be, sir. I didn't put your traffic stop with that CRN.
Sir, you sure?
I did not. Yes, sir.
You did not. So how would a traffic stop be tied to that CRN under that CAT report?
I did not tie that traffic stop with the CRN for that crash.
So is that something that commonly happened with Chatham County?
From my knowledge, it's not tied to it, sir.
Are you sure?
I said from my knowledge.
Your knowledge. Okay. Did you say you would be willing to come in court and testify about my speed, correct?
I did.
And did you ever tell me my speed during the traffic stop?
No, because as I stated, I did not obtain your speed.
And for the record, wasn't your probable cause supposedly for the traffic stop was the reckless driving, correct?
Yes, sir, it was.
And not the driving with suspended license, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that was determined after you made the initial stop for reckless driving at a high rate of speed without capturing my speed on the speed detection device, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your Honor, no more further questions.
What do you do?
I do a lot. I'm a longshoreman. I do a lot of things, but
Where'd you go to college?
I did a year at Savannah State. But Your Honor, this is the second viral traffic stop I've had in the last year with law enforcement, being profiled. Absolutely have nothing to do, and I'm tired of it. I could not let someone come up here and fight for me that does not know the backstory, that does not know why I react the way that I react. I warned this officer when he approached me illegally, and I told him that he could be next, and that video went viral within 2 days. People reached out to Chatham County, and Chatham County stood behind this officer. This officer is still in our community, profiling people on traffic stops, and I'm tired of it, sir. I'm tired of it.
Let me ask you, is your license suspended?
Your Honor, I can submit this to, I have a limited driving permit that's dated for 8/17, the same day that this citation was given. This is the paper copy. I also have the hard copy in my car that I drive around with. I don't play about my license. I'm a longshoreman. I work off my license. I was also not notified that my license was suspended, and he knew that I was not notified that my license was suspended.
How does he know that it?
Because it was discovered on the stop. He told his supervisor. He even told me, and it's even on DDS, that I was not notified. And I paid super speeder tickets and tickets all up until that moment that my license was suspended. So I was not notified, Your Honor, about my license being suspended. I just got through working 14 hours at Georgia Port off of my driver's license.
So after this incident, you went to DDS?
Yes, sir.
Got your license?
I got a limited driving permit.
After the stop?
Yes, sir.
Let me hear your argument as far as why this is not reckless driving.
Well, my argument is this is not reckless driving, Your Honor, because he did not have probable cause to initiate a traffic stop because he did not capture my speed with his speed radar detector device to match what he said.
You don't have to do that under law.
What he said.
Do you have any case law that you researched that say you got to capture it on a speed device? There are a variety of ways you can determine speed.
Georgia courts have ruled that subjective observation without solid evidence, such as speed detection, may not be enough to support a reckless driving. Drake versus State, 221.
Operative word, may not.
Yes, sir.
It's not shall not. See the difference?
Yes, sir.
Did you shepherdize that case?
Sir?
Did you shepherdize that case?
No, sir.
Do you know what shepherd,
No, sir.
to shepherdize something means?
No, sir.
Since we've had court system in this country, courts have rendered verdict. It's just like Roe versus Wade was overturned. Up until then, Roe versus Wade was the law. But a year or so ago, it was overturned. So it's no longer the law.
Your Honor, may I also add something?
Sure.
As well as the 5 people running on foot, there was also a lot of parked vehicles on that road, which is the other part to it. It was the disregard for the people that were running on foot, and then the property of all the people with their cars parked on the side of the roadway.
Is there sidewalks in that area?
No, sir, it's not.
Okay. So
This cop is just going to continue to lie. He knows that Malik wasn't driving recklessly. He knows that Malik wasn't speeding. And his dash cam would have picked up on it if he was driving recklessly or speeding. This cop right here is just continuing with his lie. And he wants to bury Malik with these fake charges.
the county has said by not having sidewalks that they don't expect people walking alongside the road.
Well, the people weren't running. They were running through yards and through the roadways. They were running from the police.
Okay, but how did he endanger them, even if he was speeding, if they're running through yards? And
They were running north through the yards, and they were crossing the road where he was coming from.
I think your argument fails on that. I agree with your conclusion that the reckless has to be a greater burden as to speed. You just can't guesstimate the speed. There has to be some objective. And the reason is you have to test it. Or otherwise, if he said you're going 1,000 miles an hour, then do you just accept that as fact? It's not enough for reckless driving. I'll dismiss the reckless driving. You are guilty of driving on a suspended license. And
You're guilty of not getting a permission slip from the government. They didn't grant you the permission and certification to drive, therefore you're guilty.
do you know why your license was suspended?
That's really funny because I just looked at my license that Monday and I was just telling my daughter's nurse that I had 11 points on my license, and come to find out that my license was suspended because of points on my license. But I was not notified, like I said. And I just had paid a ticket, $628.
Technically, you were notified. And let me tell you why you were notified. I can't pull out a gun and shoot him in the head. That'd be murder. Every citizen doesn't have to be advised that I can pull out a gun and shoot Eric in the head. When the law occurs, or when an event occurs pursuant to law, it is so notorious, the law presumes that everybody knows it. You knew it by it being presumed that you knew it.
So apples and oranges. He equates pulling out a gun and shooting an innocent guy in the head with the guilt of not having a driver's license, not having a driver's license that hasn't been suspended. You should have known it. You should have known your driver's license was suspended. And you should have known you shouldn't have been driving with that suspended license. You're just as guilty under the traffic law as I would be if I pulled out a gun and shot Eric in the head. That's statist logic.
You get me?
Yes, sir.
But realistically, most lawyers don't know the law, so I don't expect to hold you to that high standard. You're right, you got suspended on points. It isn't a specific intent crime. It isn't where the state has to prove that you knowingly did this. No, it's not the case, because most speeders, you don't have to prove that they knowingly, that they had an intent. The intent in traffic has been eliminated. What they have to prove, did you do it? If you did it, legally that amounts to an intent.
And that sounds like a racket, because let's say you're speeding 7 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour over the speed limit. Well, you broke a traffic law, and you should have known you were breaking a traffic law. But whether you knew you broke a traffic law or not, you actually did the criminal act, and you should suffer the consequences. You should be economically terrorized. That sounds like a racket to me.
You've done the best job of any unrepresented person that I've seen, and I've been doing this since 1998. You did the best job. We're going to have a law school come to Georgia Southern. It's going to be about 3 years. You need to think about going to night class, becoming a lawyer. You got the flair, you even bought the ties to look like a lawyer. So think about that. I'm going to let you plead no-low contender. You know what no-low is.
Can we not motion to dismiss and non-pros? Because I don't need another job with suspended license. Because if I want to work at the sheriff department, that's why I was actually looking at my license. That's why this is very vague. I was looking at disqualifications if I want to work at the sheriff department, and you can't have 7 or more points on your license. So I'm already in the red for that. But also, I wasn't able to volunteer at the juvenile, the RYDC, because I had a suspended license, driving with suspended license on my record. So that's why this is
How
very
old are you,
important.
30?
I'm 27, sir.
Well, you're a baby. Go to defensive driving school.
Okay.
They'll give you the information. Come back.
Malik wants to be a part of the sheriff's department. He wants to join the Thin Blue Line criminal gang that Richard Silva is a part of. How long do you think Malik's going to last? If he doesn't fall in line and just continue to follow orders like Richard Silva's doing and all of his henchmen who lied against Malik. Why would you want to join a gang that just lied against you and wanted to drag you and your name through the mud?
December the 17th.
It's like being terrorized by the Crips and Bloods and going, well, I was terrorized less by the Crips. I think I want to join that gang.
if you come back December the 17th, the traffic school will remove, is it 5 points?
I'm not sure that
Is it? None of my staff knows? Oh, it's a,
He's talking about not being ignorant of the law. And the judge's own staff is ignorant of the law that he's specifically asking about. Wow.
dark. How many points?
7 points.
It removed 7? Good God. You interested in Joe? No. Come back on December the 17th and at 9 o'clock. We won't need the officer, and we'll finish resolving your case.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
But you,
Oh, what about the fact that the officer lied that night to Malik and continued to lie all this time, even lying in court about the speed and about the reckless driving, which he didn't even see. He was unable to see coming around that corner. There's no way Richard Silva could see Malik Jones speeding or reckless driving if he was speeding or reckless driving. It's just complete fabrication. Totally made up. It reminds me of that Glendale police officer who lied about Johnny Wheatcroft when there's no possible way. According to the cameras, there's no way that that officer, I think his name was Matt Schneider, who was highlighted on that Cops TV show. There's no way that Officer Matthew Schneider, could have seen anything that Johnny Wheatcroft or the driver of the vehicle was doing because there was a building in the way.
want to be a police officer?
I really want to work in law and politics, but I want to be a private investigator because I want to get the dirty cops off the street. But they say I have to do 2 years of law enforcement to be a private
The
investigator.
best way to do that is to become a police officer and work with internal affairs. That is the simplest way to do that. And newsflash, there are less corrupt cops than there are corrupt lawyers. It is. Corrupt doctors who give you medicine because they're in some imaginary study and the pharmaceutical company pays them to prescribe medicine for you.
Except there's one problem with that, Judge. Name another profession where you put your hand on the Bible and you swear to protect and defend the Constitution, which equals the freedoms of all Americans, and yet you do the exact opposite, because the rest of that is, and I also swear to protect and defend and uphold the state laws, which almost all of them contradict and are run in complete opposition to the Bill of Rights. The right to freedom of speech, freedom of press, the right to be secure in your person's houses, papers, and effects, the right to keep and bear arms which shall not be infringed. And yet there are laws that infringe on all of those other unalienable rights that we have. So the law enforcement profession is unique in the fact that they actually swear to uphold the laws that see to it that force is initiated on innocent people who just want to be left alone to pursue life, liberty, and happiness.
Well, you can do it in the way you want to do it. We'll see you back here on December the 7th.
All right, I'll leave the link to Malik's channel in the description box below. If you visit him, let him know Here's the Deal sent you. If you want me to do a completely separate commentary video on the body camera footage of this incident, let me know in the comments section. If you want to support this channel, you can do it for free. Just like this video, share this video with everybody you know, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon. But remember, the government is that armed, criminal, psychopathic, parasitic, narcissistic, thieving gang you were afraid would take over in the absence of government. I'll see you in the next video.